In this video, you're going to learn about a subject that fascinates, scares, and intrigues many: psychopaths. And I'm also going to talk to you about a subject that equally fascinates, scares, and intrigues many: sociopaths. But before we start, do you know the difference between the two? These two terms, psychopath and sociopath, are often used interchangeably. They're used to describe a person who is, for a lack of a better word, crazy. It's not exactly nice to call someone a psychopath or a sociopath, even if they did something that hurt your feelings or someone else's feelings. And it might also not be accurate either. So now I want to get into the specific differences between psychopaths and sociopaths. Again, both of these terms fall under the larger umbrella of antisocial personality disorder. Now, whether someone is a psychopath or a sociopath, they are both likely to exhibit unusual behavior and a lack of empathy. But there are some minor differences between a psychopath and a sociopath that are important to note. The first is that psychopaths have a much harder time forming bonds with people. A sociopath usually isn't a loner. They're sometimes even very good with people. Sociopaths can form emotional connections with friends and family. Now, a psychopath, on the other hand, does not have the same capabilities to form those close bonds. Even if they're able to charm and manipulate the people that they do meet, they're just not able to form those bonds. Another difference between psychopaths and sociopaths is that psychopaths tend to display much more aggressive behavior. Serial killers are generally regarded as psychopaths, not sociopaths. While sociopaths may emotionally hurt people through manipulation or not caring about their feelings, it's unlikely that they'll actually get physically violent. A sociopath may be impulsive, but again, not as likely to become a serial killer. The impulsive actions are likely because they still feel some emotions. Now, when a sociopath displays impulsive or harmful behavior, they usually recognize it. They can just explain their behavior away. However, a psychopath is usually unlikely to recognize that they're doing anything remotely wrong. They will think out their manipulative and hurtful behavior, and at no point do they think they're in the wrong or that they could cause harm. It's unlikely that a psychopath will go to a mental health professional for help because they simply do not think that they need it. Now, of course, if they went to a mental health professional, they wouldn't be told that they were a psychopath. The therapist would likely diagnose them, and they would diagnose a sociopath with antisocial personality disorder. Now, as I'm ending this video, you should know there's only a few subtle differences between psychopaths and sociopaths. But knowing some of these differences may help you identify who's better to keep your distance from, and maybe someone that could hurt you in the future. In other terms, you may not know if you're friends with a sociopath, but you'll probably know it with a psychopath.